Hello everyone and welcome to again our channel, and we have something special to share with you today. Again, this is episode 6 of the therapy section between Paul and Chioma relationship, which has been very trending information on the internet today, but a lot of information that we can learn from, a lot of things and lessons and information we can gather from these particular video episodes. There's so much that relationship experiences has been discussed, and for those of you who have been following, you probably have gotten a lot of nuggets, a lot of information, helpful thoughts, educational things that you can put to your relationship and put to work, and also avoid certain things as well. Now on this episode is gonna be an amazing icebreaker, because there's so much that was discussed here, so much emotion. I'm telling you, be ready for this. So I want you to sit back and watch and like this video, subscribe if you haven't done so, and all of our previous episodes, they are all on the web on our channel that you can watch. You need to watch everything, it's right there, so ensure you watch them. So let's go on this last episode, episode 6 of this trending information therapy section between Chioma and Paul.
So y'all came here on places. Yeah, just to find out what's going on. You know, maybe therapy.
I told my sister about this, and I gave her the update about how the therapy is going. Now that my sister's here, I don't think that it's a good idea, because I forgot that she was coming. So my sister's here, Chioma's here. It's a tricky situation. I don't think this is going to end well.
Like, why are you here, if you don't mind me asking?
Chioma.
What's siblings like? What is that? My siblings like, okay.
Wow.
The same person we're in therapy to discuss has come to my therapy session. Do you see what I'm talking about? This has to be a prank. Like,
I see. That's his brother. That's his sister. The sister in the therapy section.
In her head, or she dreams about. This is some bullshit. Like, I don't understand what your problem is. We're in therapy. Leave us alone. Go away. What the hell? What is she doing here?
I would explain that in a minute. Yeah, let me just
There's
talk
nothing
to
to
her.
explain. What the?
Babe,
What
give
is
me
she
a
doing
minute,
at our therapy session?
Can I have a minute?
Okay.
So Chioma's back in the room now. The only thing is, with my sister, I'm going to have to tell her to leave, although she came for me. I just feel like it would be best for my relationship in terms of trying to make it work and that type of stuff. So, yeah, it's a tricky one.
Can I call you back, please? I'm going to call you later.
But I've come all the way here.
Trust me, it's deep. It's deep. Can we do that?
So did you know she was coming?
Babe.
No, because you see, this is what I don't like, Paul.
Chioma,
because
can
I've
you just-
warned you, I'm about to lose it.
Chioma, can you just explain what's going on?
Paul's sister is here.
Sorry?
Paul, his sister, is here. I don't understand what did she come here to do? I don't understand. Maybe she should be here and I should be outside.
Babe, I haven't...
This is what I mean. She's, oh my God, oh God.
Can I land? Okay, look, Denise. I haven't seen Chioma in a week, right? I was worried. I'm a family-orientated person, as she knows.
So you got her to come here?
No, I communicated the situation
And she
to my
came here
sister
to do what?
in support of us.
So does she know I was going to be here?
Well,
You could have given me a heads up, babe.
yeah, but I didn't even know you were gonna come, and I hadn't seen you in a week. You even came late.
So the person that's online enjoying themselves posted, you want me to tell you about what's going on? No, you need to be in the house. When you are at home, then I'll be able to discuss with you to see, and tell you what's going on with the program.
Your sister really, really needs to chill, because I'm getting so irritated at this point. This is supposed to be for us. She's part of our issues and she's also here. No, that's not going to run. That is not going to run. I'm not having it. I think this is the last straw for me. I'm not having that.
Well, let's not put a full stop on it. Let's just maybe put a comma for a second. Can you appreciate that maybe Chioma is uncomfortable with your sister being here today?
What the fuck is she doing here?
Babe, that's a lot of energy, babe. Let's just relax.
Are you understanding what is going on? Your sister's at our therapy session, babe.
Babe, I haven't seen you in a week. What do you think's worse, Denise?
I don't want to have to put my hands on this lady, this woman, because she's violating me, my personal space, my relationship. Enough is enough. She's at our, oh my God.
Okay, where have you been? Where have you been? Okay, where have you been? Where have you been?
I've been at my sister's.
Doing what?
We've discussed
Doing what?
doing what people do when they're in the house.
There seems to be an underlying, maybe historic issue that's fundamental to your relationship. Can you think what that might be?
I feel like things maybe started off when we moved in together. I don't know. For me, I feel like maybe Paul feels guilty.
Guilty?
And that's why, yeah.
Why would Paul feel guilty?
Because a situation happened with us, and then we decided to move in together.
Babe.
What's the situation? I just need a little bit more
Denise,
information.
one minute. Babe.
Yeah, well, we're here to solve things, so...
But it's something that we don't really discuss, so...
Well, I want to discuss it because you've never discussed it.
Okay, I don't think it's a good idea for us to...
Well, I'm going to discuss it. I feel like I would need some sort of closure, at least, with the situation. So, about 8 months or so ago, sorry, it just gets a bit, you know. So 8 months ago, myself and Paul got ourselves into a situation where we, so basically I got, so I got pregnant.
All right.
Yeah, 8 months ago, and obviously I'm not pregnant now, so you can, you know. So this is a very sensitive topic, and I have to be careful how I speak about it. Prior to this conversation or coming to therapy, myself and Paul have never spoken about it. It's almost been like a taboo in our house. We're here to resolve situations, and it's been hurting me, and I kind of want to get it off my chest.
And whose decision was it to change you being pregnant?
At the time, Paul and I were on a break, and he suggested that we would, but he knows my stance with these things. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. Take your time.
Okay. So he knows my stance with these things, because my lineage in my family, we have so we find it difficult to get pregnant. So some aunties and people with there's ovarian cysts and things like that. And Paul knows my stance with abortions. So when we were together and we got pregnant, he was not willing to be a dad at that time. And I've always had this thing where I wanted to be. I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing.
It's
Okay.
okay. Paul, maybe just give you have a moment. Can you just give me some insight into what was happening at that time?
Okay. So, as Trevor said, a good few months ago, we, basically it was a drunken night. We were both drinking irresponsibly. Things got very steamy very quickly, and things happened that night that basically haven't happened before. So, without going into too much detail, I'm talking maybe 7 to 8 rounds. And that's something that's not really normal for us. So after, the situation, we had a discussion about it, and we came to a mutual agreement whereby we both decided that we were not ready to have a child and we were not going to go through with that process.
I wouldn't say it was a mutual agreement. I feel like at the time where we discussed having an abortion, obviously, I don't know if you know how things work, but when people have sex, you don't know if you're pregnant or not there and then. So I felt like it was a joke. We've wanted children from the get-go, So when that situation happened and Paul was hell-bent on having an abortion, he actually said something like, if you have the baby, I'm not sure I can be there for you guys. And I've grown up in a household of 2 parents, and I've always said to myself that I would never be a single mum. So my only option was to kind of have an abortion, and he was willing to take me there, pay for it, everything. So That's kind of what we did, and we haven't spoken about it
Well,
since.
it's a difficult one because I know she's upset about the situation. I'm not happy about the situation, obviously, clearly, but to kind of blame me, that's kind of unfair because it was honestly a mutual decision. I literally remember both of us having a discussion and coming to a conclusion collectively. It's kind of one way to say it's all my fault, in my opinion.
Clearly, come on, clearly that's not the case. You can see she's hot. You can see that she literally wanted to talk about this over all this while that you guys have been together. You can see that it was not a mutual agreement. You literally said you're not ready. You literally said that you may not be able to be there for both of them. You literally said that. So what do you expect her to do, man? Come on.
Let me see where she's coming from.
I'm living in a space where I feel like I might not be able to have kids anymore. And I feel like he's
You have
also
kids- you
living
have
with
kids
that
in
guilt
Jesus'
with
name.
me.
You have kids.
Amen. But babe, we don't know that. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is our situation now. I felt as though that was like my only chance, you know what I mean? And now he's taking that away from me, away from us. And you know how he is. Like, imagine we get married and I'm unable to have kids. Are you even gonna stay?
Babe,
Do you know what I mean? And
with you
he
through
made
thick
me
and
have
thin.
that abortion.
Babe, I will stay with you through anything, trust me.
It's very difficult when it's such an emotive subject to think logically about it. But Chioma, one thing I will have to say is that we're all masters of our own destiny. And you may have spoken about it together, but ultimately, who walked into the clinic?
Yeah, but you can't say that though. You can't say that. You know my situation. Like, where was I gonna go with my baby? Just what was I gonna do? Do you know what I mean? Like, I felt very vulnerable in that time. I'm not even just blaming you, because yes, like, I made the decision to have the abortion. But come on, babe. Like, I genuinely thought that if we made our bed, we was gonna lay in it. I thought that he loved me that much, and clearly, I was mistaken at the time. Do you know what I mean? And now look at us, like, we're in therapy because our relationship is going to shit. We don't have a baby. We have nothing to kind of prove for the 3 years we've been together.
But what you do have is a future that you can work.
What if we can't
together
have
with.
kids, Denise? What if we can't have children? That's my point.
But you don't know that yet. You're worrying about something that you don't actually know the answer to yet. You know, we can't change our past, but together you can change your future. And you can work on a way of making sure your future is healthy, happy, and long, you know, lasts a long time. But not if you keep digging up the past.
At the end of the day, I've had an abortion. I can't take that away from my past, can I?
You can't take it away, but you can learn to deal with it. And you can learn to accept your decisions together.
Denise, I'd just like to say, Chioma, babe, I promise you, I promise you, I'm willing to be here for you through thick and thin, no matter the situation. And I promise you, hand on my heart, no matter what, when we decide to take the next step in the future, I'll 100%.
That's not the point, no. I want you to promise me that if we was to get in that situation again, whether we're married, whether we're together or on a break, whatever, that you're going to man up and take care of your responsibilities. That's what I want you to promise me, not whether where we take our next relationship, because tomorrow I could get pregnant. Amen. But I could get pregnant tomorrow. I want you to man up. I want you to be an active dad. That's what I want. Can you promise me that? That's what I want to hear now.
Babe, I promise you that I'll be an active dad, regardless of the situation. Denise, can I have a minute?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Just let me know when you want me to come back in. Okay.
Babe, that was so painful. Like, you never brought it up. You never spoke about it. And now we're having to do it in front of the therapist. Like, how does that make any sense?
Babe, I get what you're saying, right? Now, there's nothing that I can kind of say to defend this, but what I would say is that like personally, it's something that's been on my mind, right?
Why have you never said it?
I've had sleepless nights, basically, and I didn't want to look weak in your eyes if I was to express such an emotion to you. I don't want to, I can be emotional right now, but I feel like that's not my job as a man, to be emotional.
Well, you can, babe, like, especially about that. You know, you can be emotional, like, come on.
I want to be here for you as a man, and as far as I understand, to my knowledge, I'm not supposed to express such emotions, babe. I can totally be emotional with you right now, but I still want you to see me as your husband, the big, strong man that you've always loved and wanted to be with, babe.
That's fine. That's cool then, babe. But in the future, I want you to kind of like see me as your friend. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can show all types of emotion with me, and especially about that. Like, that's been bugging me. I felt like I was the only one who cared about it. Do you know what I mean? And hearing that you were kind of going through what I was going through, and we're in the same house, and you're just silent about it. Come on. And we're in a relationship, babe. This is why we're here, because you don't ever open up. Like, I don't know what you... Am I an op to you? Like, what is this?
I understand where you're coming from, babe. I apologize deeply from the bottom of my heart. And I promise that's not a situation that would ever be in again. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
I
Wow.
didn't actually know
Amazing.
how much this affected.
Amazing. Very emotional.
Affected our relationship.
Very emotional. Wow.
I wasn't aware of how deep this pain ran.
It's
and
deep.
It's coming from the
Wow.
person I love the most.
Look
you
at
know?
them.
Now that we're actually talking about it, it's bringing about all the emotions and all the hurt that I hid because I never actually dealt with it. Although I understand now that the decision was mine to make, I wasn't aware of that back then. And I made a stupid decision that I'm gonna have to live with for the rest of my life. And quite frankly, I don't know if I can move past this.
I still feel like Chioma and I should be able to kind of work things through this. This shouldn't really be the end based on the situation. I think we can definitely work things out.
Okay, guys, you got it. You see it now. This is huge. This is huge. This is huge. Emotional and powerful. I like it. I like it. You know, sometimes we need to really get to a place like this where we talk about things that really affect us, things that really pained us. But in most relationships, this never happened. And that's why one of the reasons we have all of these therapy sections, coaching, mentorship, and all of these relationship counseling being set up. And many never really summon the courage to let someone help them themselves. You know what I mean? Well, with these episodes, we can see that this was probably the best choice for Chioma to take in restoring their relationship. What an amazing step. What an intelligent move. And we can see vividly that there's a whole lot that has been buried in them for a long time. Of 3 years they've been dating. A lot of things has happened that they have buried within them, and these had to come out one way or the other. It had to be discussed. You know, sometimes when we are on our own zone or in our own zone, we don't think we need to be disturbed. We don't think we need to talk about certain things like this. But I'm grateful for what this therapy section have been able to unveil to us, and also help this relationship probably become better, maybe. But there's every chance that this relationship will work, because these things, you can look at the way the man is looking right now. He's feeling like, I got it now, I got the point. I know where I missed it. I know where I've gone wrong. I can fix this. The same with the lady. Both of them are like, you know what? We can fix this. Let's try. That's what it's all about. So if you have been enjoying this episode, I wanted to hit the like button, Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Don't just watch and leave, just subscribe, because more like these videos are going to be coming your way, and it's going to be educational, it's going to be informative. These are things you want to look into to help build your relationship. That's why we're here. It's all about family aspect, bro. It's all about family aspect 6. So we are here for you. So thank you so much for watching. And there's, like I said, there's a lot to take home with this. You have to stand up to be responsible. Stand up as a man or woman to your duties, to your responsibility. If they were to do that earlier on in their relationship, I don't think they will be here. And that's the first thing you want to look at. If you're in a relationship, you want to stand up to responsibility. Stand up to your role as a woman. Stand up to your role as a man, and create an open environment, a transparent environment between you and your spouse. Effective communication must be embraced in your relationship. It's so important. This can never be overemphasized. Check out my videos and some of my talk on these things. I've talked about communication, I've talked about transparency, I've talked about different kinds of appreciation, sharing your love. A lot of things I've shared on this channel. So go back to our video list, check all of these things. You get a lot of information. You know, so it's to help you to understand exactly what this is all about. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, like I said again, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button and share this video. It will make many more people to see it. Thank you guys, and have a beautiful day. I'll see you again in another episode. Until then, peace.